Hello, I am Abhishek from Kochi. Today it is Tuesday, July 23rd, 2019. I woke up quite early, though there was some pain on my body because of the long mountain journey of yesterday to the Hills. Today I am going to another hills called Biligiri Rangana Hills, or in short, the B.R.Hills. I was told that it would be cold weather on the mountains. As a precaution, I took my sweater also. The previous night, I was briefed about the place. I was told that the jungles around the B.R.Hills were the hideout of the famous forest brigand Veerappan. Till he was killed on 18th October 2004, people were scared of going to the B.R.Hills, I was told. That news only excited me. The way to my today's destination was more or less same as to the Hills, except that from T. Narasipura, instead of going to Kollegala, I have to reach Yellandur. Yes, today also, I reached the city by 6:30 a.m. On making enquiries, I was told that the bus to B.R.Hills is only at 7:30 a.m. So I had some time left. But the sudden morning rains ensured that I could not venture out to explore the site of the city, just waking up to another busy day ahead. The semi-luxury bus to the B.R.Hills was also right on time, but it was virtually empty by the time it reached Yellandur by 10 o'clock. Seeing the empty seats in the front row, I occupied the seat that could give me the best view of the jungle path ahead. Learning that the bus will proceed only after 10 to 15 minutes, I got down from the bus. Yellandur is the headquarters of Yellandur Taluka of Chamaraja Nagara district, and it is the last marketplace before the B.R.Hills and the jungles around. It is a bustling market where people residing in far-flung villages and on the mountains come to sell their commodities and buying their weekly rations, household articles, etc. Getting inside the bus, I occupied the front seat with my mobile camera on. And what a time I had the moment the bus crossed the checkpost of B.R.Hills, just a few kilometers ahead of Yellandur on the east. The young stylish driver with a careless look was driving the bus past the narrow but decent looking blacktop roads. He seemed to be quite familiar with the roads. He was moving his head and neck in tune with the Kannada film song played on the music system in the bus. I was getting view of the whole area on the three sides of my seat. The first to come to the notice was the shrubby forest that consisted mainly of the thorny bushes like babul, etc. I have already seen that type of forest during the Hills yesterday. But the moment the bus crossed the forest check gate, I started seeing deciduous monsoon forest that had amblica, that is amla, terminalia bellerica, terminalia cebula, etc., the three fruits that make the famous Triphala medicine in Ayurveda. It is found that Triphala could cure a lot of health issues right from stomach to teeth problems. But unlike in the Hills, the trees in B.R.Hills were found to be full of green leaves. It was obvious the area had reasonably good rainfalls. Even as I was keenly watching the beautiful forest on either side, the bus suddenly took a sharp turn and reached a place beyond which there was no motorable road seen. The whole journey that lasted less than half an hour ended so suddenly, it surprised me quite a bit. Getting down from the bus, I started trekking the sharp road upwards towards the temple side. It is at the highest altitude, around 5,900 feet MSL. I was scanning the landscape in front of me carefully. But what I saw suddenly in front of me took my breath away. I ran towards the edge of the mountain that had a man-made wall 3 feet in height. As I looked around, I was mesmerized by the huge valley down with a thick forest in the foreground and mountains in the background. The powerful wind blowing with such a ferocity from behind me was capable of blowing away anybody, leave alone a thin guy like me. But I was least concerned as I focused the camera on anything and everything that caught my eyes. And what a feast it turned out for my eyes and mind for many days to come. I spent quite some time there, but I was told that Mori is there waiting up. So I hesitantly started trekking further up. Soon I reached the stone steps of Biligiri Rangana temple. The steps bore the marks of thousands of pilgrims who might have climbed it before me. The presiding deity, Lord Ranganatha, was considered as the guardian of B.R.Hills and the surrounding forest by the local tribes. Thus, B.R.Hills is a Shaivite pilgrim center, B.R.Hills is a Vaishnavite pilgrim center. Biligiri Rangana Hills in Kannada means white-colored mountains. Rangana means white-colored mountains, that is the temple of Lord Ranganatha. The mountains and its forest have one of the most famous tiger reserves of Karnataka. It is called Biligiri Rangana Swami Temple Wildlife Sanctuary, or simply BRT Wildlife Sanctuary. It is on the confluence of both the eastern and western ranges, and therefore it has some of the unique biodiversity of both the ranges, the flora and fauna. B.R.Hills that I visited yesterday is on the eastern ranges. Climbing further up took me to the temple. I was told that the temple was under reconstruction for the past 1 year. The main deity of Ranganatha is placed outside the temple on the south side. I spent some time there offering my silent prayers. Soon I was walking further up to the temple that was under reconstruction. It was an old temple constructed with locally available stones, etc. But the relentless exposure to the 5 elements of the wild nature around it appeared to have taken its toll of the ancient structure. It forced the local devotees to approach the archaeological department for reconstructing the structure. Construction of a new gopuram on the eastern side was also taken up. Walking out of the temple complex further north, I reached an open area with a few trees and a temple-like structure. Perched on the last part of it, one could get over 360 degrees view of the whole B.R.Hills surrounding the forest, the mountain peaks around, the valley, etc. B.R.Hills is a part of the formidable western ranges that stretches right from southern end of Kerala to the state of Gujarat through Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Goa and Maharashtra. The place is one of the highest rainfall area in Karnataka. It was a humbling experience to watch the control of the nature had on the human habitation down in the faraway valley in Yelandur. As I stood there, transfixed and trying to internalize the natural beauty that unraveled in front of me, time flew past quickly. The more I saw it, more I was convinced that it would be impossible for all the greatest artists of the world to replicate even a fraction of the beauty of the nature on the lifeless canvas with the help of lifeless materials like brushes, colors, etc. The nature has no match in this world, I felt. But in our endless pursuits of lifeless things, we rarely sit back and try to appreciate those beautiful things nature has provided for its habitants at no cost. Time was running out for me as I reluctantly walked down the mountains. I wanted to explore a little of the forest also. The hot tiffin at the Giridarshini hotel ensured that my energy levels were at the desired level and could ensure that I could see the inner part of the forest. I took the road that was going from B.R.Hills to Chamaraja Nagara via Kegudi. There I saw the fourth type of forest, the evergreen forest with huge trees with equally big canopy. The eerie silence there was intoxicating, but there was also the danger lurking inside the bushes. I was warned. The sudden encounters with elephants, bisons, boars, etc. were quite common in such areas. So I was more than careful to venture further down. The time also proved to be a great hindrance for it as I had to catch the bus that would take me to Mysuru at least by sunset. As I reluctantly returned to the bus stop, my heart was full of finally seeing something that I yearned to see, the pristine wild nature in all its beauty. I was sure that those sights would remain echoed in my memories for years to come.